That's right, Kelvin. And this Torrance car wash behind me is one of several that have been hit by ICE agents in raids across the region over the last few weeks. You'll see in this video 2 bubble bath car wash workers taken into custody in downtown Los Angeles, where they remain in detention centers. It's why the ACLU chose this as a backdrop to announce a new lawsuit against the Department of Homeland Security over what it calls unlawful practices and warrantless arrests. With a shaky voice to a crowd of reporters, Maria says her husband was arrested by ICE agents while at his job at a Pomona car wash, working on his day off as the sole provider for their family of 5.
We didn't know anything about it until my niece showed it to me on TikTok.
She says he was first moved to a detention center in downtown Los Angeles, then to Adelanto ICE Processing Center.
He says very ugly in LA. He says he slept on the floor, no covering, and it's just upsetting, because it's like you never know that this is going to happen to your family until it does.
It's a violation of the 4th and 5th Amendment rights of thousands of people, says the American Civil Liberties Union in a lawsuit just filed against the Department of Homeland Security for what they call abducting and disappearing community members, using unlawful stop and arrest practices and confining them at a federal building in illegal conditions while denying them access to attorneys. The Immigrant Defenders Law Center is one of the organizations that brought the suit, just announced by Director of Litigation Alvaro Huerta.
We have heard of instances where people are signing away their rights. They are signing voluntary departure agreements because they believe that's the only way of getting out of these horrible detention conditions. And so we are not being given an opportunity as legal representatives, as people who want to ensure that they know their rights, to provide that information. And that's part of this lawsuit.
In response to the suit, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said in part, quote, "Any claim that there are subprime conditions at ICE detention centers are false. In fact, ICE has higher detention standards than most U.S. prisons that hold actual U.S. citizens. All detainees are provided with proper meals, medical treatment, and have opportunities to communicate with lawyers and their family members, a point that Border Czar Tom Homan emphasized earlier this week.
We have the highest detention standards in the industry. I'll compare an ICE detention facility against any state prison, against any federal facility. I'll go head to head with any of them.
But Fabian says his wife was taken into ICE custody after going in for her routine immigration check-in and was held in the federal building downtown, where she told him all she was given to eat is chips and a small box of juice for the entire day.
Last week, she had infection on her stomach. They took to emergency, and since that day, I didn't know. I didn't talk to her. I don't know now if she's okay. I've been calling. They not give me the answer, so really sad situation.
It's the same uncertainty for Maria, who says she has no answers about her husband's fate.
He's kind of sad because he's there, but I told him to keep his head up, that we're here waiting for him.
Trying to stay positive, she says, in an impossible situation. Now, we did get the opportunity to ask Governor Gavin Newsom if he's had the chance to check in on some of these conditions at these detention centers. He told us that there is a specific team within the Attorney General's office that's dedicated to this, though he says they too have had limited access. Kelvin?